Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Tuesday, May 25, 2021. Yesterday, we started the week off with a strong session. We gapped up and continued higher throughout the entire session, closing up near the highs, just off the highs of the session yesterday. And in doing so, we closed between resistance 1 and resistance 2 of the pivot points. So that's something that we can test easily within Discover, and that's what we'll look at this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and select all 4 instruments, and we're going to be using a entry that enters the market long at the open of regular trading hours, which is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The exit set to the end of the session, which is 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Next, I'm going to go into the opening filters library, and I'm going to say that we are opening above the prior session high. We have continued higher in the overnight session. We're currently trading above yesterday's high. So that's what we use for the opening area. You will want to confirm that we are opening above that as we get closer to the open, or you may want to run this with an open in range if by chance we do pull back as we approach the open. But currently, we are trading above yesterday's high, so that's what I'm going to use for the opening area. Next, I'm going to go into the price patterns library. I'm going to say that yesterday closed between R1 and R2 of the pivot points. That is found within the location, last open, and close category. And it's also available in the active today, and that's where I'm going to grab it. I'm just going to hit this close between R1 and R2. If I scroll down here, you'll be able to see where it's at in our long list of available filters that you can use here within the price patterns library. Next, I'm going to go into the indicators section, put us in a similar market environment above a 10-day simple moving average, above a 200-day simple moving average, and then I'm going to click View Results. And here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and exiting at the close, which is 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when you open above the prior session high of day and the prior session closed between the R1 and R2 pivot point in a bullish market environment, which I've defined as above a 10 and above a 200-day simple moving average. Historically, we've got 137 samples here in the S&P dating back to 2003, the NASDAQ coming in at 172, the Dow 138, and the Russell 115. If we look at the win rates on them, the S&P is really the only one that is leaning in one direction or the other at 60%. So it's leaning bullish there. The others are pretty neutral. You've got the NASDAQ 53%, the Dow 52%, and the Russell 52%. So really not seeing strong win rates in either direction there. If we look at the average win and average loss, the average loss on the S&P, which has favored the long side more historically, the average loss has been larger than the average win. That's also true for the NASDAQ. The average loss has been larger. It's very similar in size for average win and average loss on the Dow. And then the Russell, the average win's a little bit bigger than the average loss. But this pattern's been fairly mixed, and I did see a couple other patterns that were pretty similar to this, where win rates and average moves were pretty mixed for the session when looking at an end-of-day stop and target when entering at the open. So I did see a few things that were pretty mixed. This is one of them. With the S&P, the only thing that really has shown any sort of lean to the long side here historically at 60% on this pattern. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We'll see you next time.